Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Exodus chapters 28 and 29. As we jump into chapters 28 and 29, I want to commend you for journeying with us this far. We are about a month and a half into our journey through the Bible. You've gone through Genesis and Job, and now we're almost finished with the book of Exodus, so keep up the hard work. All right, so in chapter 28, God is going to appoint Aaron and his sons to be part of what we'll call the priestly class. They're going to be priests who are going to serve in this tabernacle, and they're going to provide, and God's going to provide detailed instructions on them on how they're supposed to dress, what their sacred garments are going to look like. Kind of like pastors sometimes will wear certain specific clothing. They had a very rigid structure of how they had to function within this system. Again, Jesus enters and he says, "I make all things new." And so that's why the same structures don't apply today. So these garments that they were supposed to wear were designed for glory and beauty. Things like an ephod, which is a richly embroidered vest with onyx stones that would have the 12 names of the 12 tribes of Israel. There was a breastplate that had gemstones symbolizing the 12 tribes, again, 12 gemstones. The priests were also to wear a robe that had bells on the hem, a turban with a gold plate inscribed "Holy to the Lord," and then fine linen undergarments. These garments set the priests apart as mediators between God and his people. You'll see God took very seriously the things that the people had to do to demonstrate their obedience to him and a recognition that he is sovereign. And so setting apart a priestly class would be one that would set them apart in their own temple structure. Chapter 29, God is going to outline the 7-day ordination ceremony for Aaron and his sons. This ceremony is going to involve things like washing, getting dressed in a very particular way in these very particular clothes, anointing them with oil. There's going to be sacrifices that are required, including a bull for a sin offering and 2 rams. One ram is going to be a burnt offering, the other for consecration purposes. Blood from the second ram is going to be applied to the priest's right ears and thumbs and big toes, symbolizing their total dedication to hearing and acting and walking in obedience to God. There were a lot of rituals and things that were happening in this time that to us today sound kind of gross and weird, but these were all demonstrations of this people and how they were called to completely put themselves in service to God. So if we're going to find an application point for these 2 chapters, they're reminders of the importance of spiritual leadership and purity in our worship. Just as the priests were set apart to mediate between God and the people, Jesus is now our ultimate high priest, making us a royal priesthood. That's it for today. Be well, friends.